Hi everyone, it's Monica, and welcome back to Tailor-Made Cards for You. Today I'm sharing with you one of my Valentine's Day projects that I created using one of my Sizzix dies. Now this pocket album is really cute, and it attracted my attention because it kind of reminded me of those little heart candy boxes that you get at Valentine's Day. And when I investigated it, I saw that it had little pockets. And of course, those little pockets are perfect to house little pieces of ephemera. And you know that I love my ephemera. Now, this is a Bigz die, so you can easily use some of your thicker cardstock or even some of your cardboard. But today I'm just using some paper that I got, which is double-sided. And I'm going to be showing you how I put this little box together. Now, one thing I would recommend when you are creating this is to use double-sided cardstock for the outside of your box and even for your pockets if you have it, because this is going to be showing all sides. When you open it up, you can see the inside of the cardstock, so it's just really nice to have decorative cardstock. But for my demonstration, I went ahead and I just cut out some pink cardstock for my pockets because I'm going to be adding these fun little embellishments on the outside. I also had some really cute Valentine's Day stickers in my stash, so I decided to pull those out as well and use those to help decorate my box. So let's go ahead and get started. So of course the first thing you want to do is cut out all your paper. And this little box, or pocket album I should say, holds 5 pockets. So I cut out 5 pieces with my pink cardstock, and then I cut out 2 pieces with my decorative designer paper. And what's really nice about this die is it already gives you creases for where you need to fold it, so you don't even need to use your scoreboard or your bone folder if you don't want to. You can just easily follow the lines and then bend them down. And then once you have your paper folded, then all you need to do is attach it opposite sides. And what I mean about that is you want to put your flat side against the flap on one of the sides. And it goes together really easily, so you'll easily be able to see how it should line up. Now, I didn't use really strong adhesive. I just used my regular ATG gun, and that seemed to work fine. But if you are going to be opening and closing this quite a bit, you may want to consider using some stronger adhesive, just so it doesn't tear on you. And then once I had my pieces adhered together, the outside of the box was essentially finished. So then I moved on to my pockets. Now, when you start to put your pockets together, like I said, these pockets, again, already have your creases, so you don't have to pull out a scoreboard or anything like that. You can easily just follow the lines. So before I started adding anything, I went ahead and I folded where my creases were, so that way I could have an idea of where my center point would be to add my little embellishment. Now, the cards that I used were perfect size. And they measured about 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And that size seemed to fit perfectly on the outside of my pocket. So once I knew that my ephemera was the perfect size for the outside of my pocket, I went ahead and I took my ATG gun and I adhered all of my pieces of ephemera to my pockets. Now, I just found it was really easy to go ahead and adhere it while the pockets weren't actually put together yet. But like I said, I did go ahead and crease where the folds were, so that way I could tell exactly the center point for my piece of ephemera. And then once I figured that out, it was really easy just to go ahead and add all 5 pieces to my pockets. All right, so now that I have all my ephemera attached to my pockets, I want to go ahead and show you how to attach these little pockets to the base of the album. So as you can see, I'm taking my pockets and I'm folding the flap towards me. And this is really important because you want to make sure that it is folded towards you and that the adhesive goes on the back side of the flap. And then once you have your first one lined up, then that's going to be essentially your marker for adding the last 4 pockets of your pocket album. Now, again, you do have a folded line that will go ahead and guide you as to where you should put your first pocket. So just make sure you line it up and test the close, because you want to make sure that it is exactly on the line and that your pocketbook will still close once you have all your pockets inserted. And then once you have your first one, it's just a matter of taking the last 4 and adhering them to the top part of your pocket that you had just adhered. This goes pretty easily, but you just want to make sure that you do have your hinges lined up the right way. You want to make sure that they are folded towards you, as I showed you a few minutes ago, and that the adhesive goes on the back side. And then as you can see, they tend to go together pretty quickly. Alright, so now that you have all 5 pockets adhered, we want to go ahead and create a little flap so that way the back side of your pockets look complete. And this is done by just cutting out another pocket and then cutting the bottom portion of the flap. And then you want to go ahead and take your adhesive and add your adhesive just like you were adding another pocket. You add it to the top part of your last pocket, and then you want to make sure that the bottom flap lines up exactly where that other line is on your the base of your pocketbook. Now this is really important. If you don't line it up exactly on that line, then it won't close nicely. So you want to just go ahead and take your time and make sure that it does line up perfectly to that line. And then that way your inside of your pockets look complete and your booklet still closes. Now there's a lot of ways that you could have gone for your closure. I decided to go ahead and just add some Velcro because this made it really simple, and that way I can just go ahead and not have to worry about anything sticking out on the top. The die also comes with a piece that you can add to the top of the little booklet. But since my designer paper was already so pretty, there really wasn't any need to add that piece. I think that piece really is if you're actually using a cardstock that doesn't have any design, and then that way you can add some design to the flap. But since again I did use some designer paper that had really pretty images on the inside as well as the outside, there really was no need to add that extra flap. Alright, so once I had my Velcro in place for my closure, it was time to go ahead and add some stickers to the outside. Now, even though I did have some designer paper, I did want to go ahead and add some of these fun little Valentine stickers just to make it stand out as a Valentine pocket booklet. So I'm using some stickers from Authentique, and the colors matched perfectly. So it was really easy to go ahead and pick some of these cute sentiments to add to the outside of my pocket album. And because I use these cute little kids on the inside for my pockets, there really was no need to add any stickers on the inside. But since I did create a second little pocket album where I just used my pink cardstock for my pockets, I went ahead and used some of that cute Authentique stickers to decorate the pockets as well as the inside of my flaps. There are so many ways to use this cute die, not only just for Valentine's Day little albums, but for any albums all year round. So I think it's a die I'm going to get some great use out of. So as always, I'll leave a list of all the products that I've used to create these cute little pocket albums along with the links to the stores. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this cute little pocket album. Let me know what other kind of ideas that you have for its use. Like I said, I'm going to use it to store some of my Valentine's ephemera, but let me know what other ideas you might have for the use of this. Now don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out. Alright everybody, thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time.